Now, with our friends at MyRacehorse, we have been telling you about the benefits over the last few weeks of fractional ownership in the sport, and particularly the benefits of their real ownership. A one-time payment, you actually own equity in the horse for the whole of that horse's career, which can include breeding equity, and you get your share of any sales proceeds and prize money. Horse in training with John and Thady Gosden, horse in training with Joseph O'Brien at the moment. There's also a horse with shares available, trained by Andrew Balding. That horse is called Syndicated. And when I was at Newbury on Lockinge Day the other day, a gentleman approached me by the name of Nick Lowe, who I caught up with a little bit earlier on. And it was an interesting journey to racehorse ownership for Nick, who is a driving instructor from Wantage, as he was telling me.
So I found out about MyRacehorse through listening to your podcast. It's like syndicated shares in racehorses is something that I've been aware of for quite a long time, but I've never actually thought, I'll do that. I guess I've always had the impression that you have such a small part of a horse that you're sort of like a back number in the background. And I suppose that's always stopped me from doing something like this. I after hearing about MyRacehorse on your podcast, I went and checked a few videos out. I spoke to my wife, and then my amazing wife very kindly got it for my 50th, which is coming up later in the year.
Fantastic. So did you have any inclination she was going to do that, or you'd sort of discussed it with her and then she surprised you?
Well, I was sort of putting the feelers out there, and then she said, "Why don't I get it for you for your 50th?" And great, yeah, fantastic. And I've actually been pleasantly surprised, because it's the complete opposite to what I thought it would be. As I say, I thought you would just be like a small number in the background, but I mean, so far from my experience with my racehorse, that's been completely opposite. So he had his first race on 1,000 Guineas Day, running in the maiden, finished third. Afterwards we met Jules Pittman and Barney Baker. Barney's the racing and owner experience manager. He's only a young lad, but fantastic guy. And yeah, they invited us to have a drink with them, which we did. We've been kept in the loop through constant updates and videos from Kingsclere, where Syndicated is trained. And we was extremely lucky to be able to go and see Syndicated on the morning of the Lockinge meeting.
So that was really, I mean, that was the day that I met you at Newbury, and you came up and stood and chatted. That was really, I think, probably the high point, wasn't it, of the experience so far? And you've only been in the syndicate 3 or 4 weeks, but you'd actually gone to Kingsclere and seen the horse on the gallops and spent a bit of time with Andrew Balding.
Yeah, and also his wife as well. It was fantastic. I mean, when we turned up, there was a member of staff in the driveway there, ready to meet us. Once we parked the car up, went over to the house. There was breakfast laid on for us, which was great. We managed to have a little tour around some of the stables. I mean, they were so warm and friendly and welcoming. We saw them schooling, and then we were taken to the gallops, where not only was we able to obviously watch Syndicated work, but the majority of the string was working as well. It was a fantastic experience.
Well, so fingers crossed, it's onwards and upwards, and maybe to Royal Ascot and beyond.
Yeah. I mean, I know that they're looking to get Syndicated running again sort of mid-June. Royal Ascot was mentioned. But speaking to Andrew on the day, he was explaining about with the young horses, their body frame can change rapidly from week to week. And he was saying that even since his first race, his frame is changing. So they don't want to rush him into another race. and we obviously want to make sure it's the correct race for him. And the plan is, whether it's Royal Ascot, I don't think it will be, but it's sometime mid-June. But, whatever it is, it's going to be great because we'll be there again, myself, my wife, and possibly my son as well. Cheering him on.
Nick Lowe there, and he's off to teach his first pupil today and hopefully spread the gospel at MyRacehorse.com, and there's details of all 3 horses available in the UK and Ireland, syndicated by Dubawi, a Zoffany filly trained by Joseph O'Brien, and a Mendelssohn filly trained by John and Thady Gosden, all at various price entry points as well. So do go and check them out.